Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the Oklahoma Buffaloes franchise here on Madden 12. Now, this is known as the last Madden with franchise mode, and it is beautiful, to be honest. We have the updated rosters, so Joe Burrow is on the Bengals, Tua is on the Dolphins, and all the rookies, all the updated rosters are in the game. Shout out to USGR and all the work that he did in this series. He also helped me out with these rosters, and I'm excited for these backstories, all the storylines that are coming into this series. Now let's hop into the roster. But first, we have company. The St. Louis Battlehawks will also be joining the NFL along with the Buffaloes, so we will have a rival to kind of measure up against as we build this team. It's going to be tough, though. We have a cupcake roster to start it out, and we have used the Create a Team feature. And our head coach starting out is Jamie Ford. You've probably never heard of Jamie Ford. He is a D2 football coach and surprisingly has gotten the job here as the Oklahoma Buffaloes head coach. So let's hop into the roster. We have a pair of number 7s who started out pretty much as really good quarterbacks and have somehow found their way in free agency. The first one is Deshaun Kaiser, who was a promising quarterback at Notre Dame, came to the NFL with a lot of potential and went to the Browns. That didn't work out. But the second is Colin Kaepernick. After everything that's happened with social injustices and everything, the league has decided to open the doors back to Colin Kaepernick. They've been closed for a while. He now has an opportunity to be an NFL starting quarterback once again. The NFL has apologized, and now things are back to the way they should be with Colin Kaepernick back in the NFL. He is better than most starters on a lot of teams. Maybe not most starters, but at least half the starters. I mean, he's got the talent. It's still there. I feel like a lot of talent was wasted over the last 3 years. He's an exciting quarterback. Now, the rest of our roster at quarterback position is made of Kelly Bryant, the former Missouri and Clemson quarterback, and then Bryant Simmons. Bryant Simmons used to be a Wisconsin State Whitetail. If you follow my channel, if you're new to my channel, welcome. But Bryant Simmons was a former quarterback in one of our NCAA series on the channel. He is going to be a guy that we can develop at the quarterback position. Now at running back, and one thing I love about this game is that in preseason, you can't see any of the rookies' ratings. So you can see Marquise Jordan right now is question mark, maybe an 80 overall, but he looks like he could be very good. We'll see what he ends up being. But a running back that you guys voted on in the community tab is Deonte Foreman. Now he comes in as a power back. He's got decent speed too, but he's going to be mostly a power back. He has 90 speed, but 82 trucking, probably the highest on the squad. We don't know what Jordan's going to be. But then our third down back will be Donnell Pumphrey. I love what he does coming out of the XFL, and we'll see what he does as a kind of a change of pace back. But lastly on the depth chart is Will Stevens. If you flash back to our San Jose State Dynasty, he was a running back that I hated facing. I mean, he just had breakout game after breakout game. He will be a developmental running back. At receiver, returning to the NFL, Dez Bryant, number 88. Throw up the X. He will be the number 1 rated receiver on our squad. And how I kind of did the roster with these guys, I kind of had one dominant guy, one veteran guy, and a bunch of other veterans on the team, and a bunch of rookies. So another receiver we will be developing is Amonte Jacobs. If you remember Amonte Jacobs from my Whitetail series, he was a guy that I recruited. He was the first 5-star prospect I went after, but he decided to go to Iowa, did not come to the Whitetails. But one guy that did come to the Whitetails is Jasper Sweet. He was an amazing slot receiver. He mostly played there. He can play on the outside too, but he gets his chance at the NFL. A backstory coming on him later in this season. Now, another receiver who gets another opportunity in the NFL is Kevin White. He was drafted in the same year as Amari Cooper, if you guys remember that. He was supposed to be 1 and 2 with Amari Cooper. I mean, those guys were pretty dead even in the draft. Cooper went a couple spots ahead of him, And Kevin White just didn't live up to that first-round bill. Now, at tight end, we have no idea how good we're going to be. You can see the question marks on the overall. That's one thing I love about this game. You really have to play with these guys to figure out their ratings, and as the preseason games go on, so you could end up cutting the wrong guy and them end up being like 80 overall as a rookie. You never know. That's one thing you got to watch out for in this game. Now, our offensive line, I actually did replace the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Browns. There's no way to expand franchise, but you can replace teams. And then their players actually have been dispersed onto other rosters. They were free to sign where they wanted. As an example, Baker Mayfield actually went to the Colts. So he backs up Phillip Rivers for 1 year, and then he will have free reigns with that team. So looking at our offensive line, like I said, we don't really know how good these guys are. We have a couple of good veterans like Shipley there. He's a 76 overall center. Most of our roster is made up of 60s and 70s overall. Like I said, it's a cupcake build. So they basically, generate your team and then you do what you want with it. So now on defense, the highest rated player on our squad is Jadeveon Clowney. Now he's going to be a really good player for us. He's listed right now as 99 overall, but I think that's just because of his morale right now and his confidence, because I don't think he's truly 99. I think based on this roster, he's 99 because he's way better than everybody else. And then looking at the rest of our guys, we really have to play some preseason games to truly find out who's good, who belongs, who doesn't. And a couple of guys that I am looking forward to, though, Andrew Crawford looks like a pretty good guy. Right now, all the ratings of the rookies are only the physical traits. So we can see their strength, their speed, their acceleration. But as far as positional attributes, we cannot see that. So on the defensive line, if you remember from the Whitetails Dynasty, Frankie Kai, who made one of the most clutch plays I've ever seen on my channel. And this was in the last season of the Dynasty. Running down the quarterback who was just about to go into field goal range. James Mackey actually ended up being the best quarterback in the nation that year, and he strips him from behind. And we actually go on to win this game and win our third straight national title. So then we come to the defensive side of the ball where we look at some of the linebacker positions, and we don't really know what we're getting here out of left outside linebacker. Both rookies, no ratings. It's going to be tough. We have to actually evaluate the roster. So Brandon Marshall, the former Denver Bronco and Oakland Raider, will be the captain on defense, really, right in the middle. He comes in at 82 overall. We have two 80s overall guys, one 90s, and that is going to be Clowney. And then the rest are 70s and 60s. He's that one of the two 80s. And then at right outside linebacker, three rookies, I should say. And looking at them, I mean, they look good physically, but I just don't know what their ratings are going to be. So we will have to find out through these games how they will turn out. So like I said, the physical traits are there. Ontarius Crawford has 93 speed, but you have no idea where he's going to end up. That's one thing I love about franchise mode back then. When you draft a guy, you don't truly know how good they're going to be. That's very lifelike, because if you draft a guy, I mean, if you knew how good players were going to be, then you would just draft the correct guys. I mean, that's just how it would go. But in real life, that's not how it works. And in this game, that's how it works. So I really like that about this old Madden franchise. Now, you guys voted on Charles James to be a cornerback who we have as a veteran on the roster. So I will have him, and he will probably be one of the top cornerbacks on the entire roster. Now, one guy coming over is Jay Coco from Uncle Sam Rejects, Hawaii Tech Sharks Dynasty. And just looking at him, he is going to be a developmental guy. I don't know how good he's going to be right now, but he was a great guy for his series. So he comes over to the NFL as a pretty good shutdown corner. He had a lot of interceptions in his career, so hopefully he translates that to the NFL. Now, one more veteran safety we have on the roster is TJ Ward. I think we can squeeze 1 or 2 more years out of him. He right now has a 1-year, $5.64 million contract. So if we want to retain him, we will have to re-sign him or pick him up in free agency. So now let's hop into some preseason action as we take on the New England Patriots. Now, I started this before Cam Newton just signed there, so Jarrett Stidham is the starting quarterback of the Patriots. And look at these player intros. Look at these team intros. I mean, this is something that you don't see in the current Maddens really like this, with the mascots running out the players. You do see the intros in the new Maddens, but not like this. It's pretty exciting. So let's get into some gameplay here in the preseason. We have 4 preseason games, obviously. The Patriots are the first opponent. We will also get to play the Rams in the next episode. So it's going to be a pretty good preseason, at least to evaluate our roster. So here is Jarrett Stidham this time, throwing out to left side, and he's got Marquise Lee, who comes over from the Jaguars. He gets tackled for a gain of 5. So now we do start out the next series this time. Under center, here is Kaepernick. Handoff to Deonte Foreman, who does get the start here in the preseason. It's an open tryout. I have no idea who's going to be starting at what position. Dez Bryant is pretty much the only lock on offense. So here's Cap, throws across the middle. It's Kevin White, and he picks up a gain of 5 yards on that catch. And now 3rd and 4. Donnell Pumphrey does check into the game. Here's Cap from the shotgun. He moves out to the right and throws to Pumphrey, who does pick up the first down yardage, but there's going to be a flag on the play. It's holding. It's coming back. So now 3rd and 14 this time. 3 wide receivers out to the left side. Cap throws deep to the left side, and it's caught by Dez Bryant. He's got room, and nobody's going to catch him. It's going to be a touchdown. Way to start out this series with a big-time touchdown catch and run. And take a look, just inside position on Stephon Gilmore, and Dez Bryant does the rest, and he has the speed. There we go. I want to see these big plays here in this series. This is going to be a lot of fun building up this team. Dez Bryant is going to be a catalyst in our offense. So now 7-0 is the Patriots are not used to being down in games now. And no more Tom Brady as Sony Michel gets the handoff, and that's going to be a gain of 8 yards. So here is Stidham now, 3rd and 8. Let's see if he can convert here for his first down as he throws out to Mohamed Sanu. And that is a tackle by Jay Coco getting in. And that is a nice 2 punts in a row for this defense. So here we come back on offense. There is going to be a can't battle at running back, as that is Foreman, and he gets lit up by Patrick Chung. So now 3 wide receivers out to left side. 3rd and 11. Cap throws across the middle. It's Amonte Jacobs, the former Iowa Hawkeye. He picks up 23 yards. The rookie has the first down across the 50. Nice throw by Cap. So here's another throw, and there is the arm strength and maybe a little bit of the accuracy issues. That goes incomplete. So under center now, 3rd and 9. Throw to the right side. That's almost picked off. Intended for Amonte Jacobs again. And that is going to get us to settle for a long field goal. Let's see what our rookie kicker Hunt has. And it's not even close. Not even close. We might have to go to free agency and sign a kicker, because that one wasn't even, like I said, it was like 10 yards short. So here's Michel with the handoff on the next drive, and he picks up a big gain that time. And that one goes for a first down as that gets past the second level. And now here is Stidham. Throw to the right side. It's Edelman, who does get brought down by TJ Ward, but not before picking up a first down at about the 18-yard line. So they eventually get it to the 12. Handoff. Michel breaks the tackle, and he's in for the touchdown run. And the Patriots tie this game up at 7 apiece. So here is Deonte Foreman back onto the field, breaking a tackle and gets to the boundary. Picks up a gain of 6, but he's only got 6 yards. So now from the pistol here's Cap. Throw to left side, and he just lobs it up. And that was just an inaccurate throw. I think that Jacobs got jammed. That's actually Kevin White. He got jammed off the line, threw off his route. As now we move on to the second quarter. Now it's a 14-7 game. Like I said, I want to evaluate the roster, figure out who can play, who can't. That's going to be the goal here in these first couple of games as Stidham throws across the middle, and he's got Edelman wide open. That's a touchdown, maybe a blown coverage on that one, and Stidham does get his team to a 21-7 lead. So one thing with these updated rosters, I don't have the updated coaches, so you will see the coaches that were in the game at Madden 12. No Belichick anyway. I don't think he was in the game at that time. But you will see a bunch of coordinators. I believe that players can become coaches as well, so that's pretty cool. That's something that you don't see in current Maddens, as Foreman gets a catch on the right side and he runs for about a gain of 11. And that is going to bring it to a 3rd and 6 now. 5 wide out there. Let's see if Cap can convert. Quick throw across the middle. He's got Jacobs again. He looks impressive. That's a first down. 2 catches for him. I want to see what Jacobs can do. I think he's going to be more of a slot receiver at the NFL level. We'll have to see. So here's Cap. Another throw to left side, and it's caught by Jasper Sweet. Let's see if he got in bounds, and it will be ruled a catch. That's something you don't see in the current Maddens as well. Both refs running to call a judgment play, I guess. So here's a throw to the right side. It's Deonte Jacobs again. His 3rd catch of the first half. So now at the 2-minute warning, under center this time. Cap throws across the middle. It's Foreman. That's not his forte. And that's going to be a drop out of the backfield, and that brings it to a 3rd and goal, 5 wide out there. Cap throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Jasper Sweet. He's in for his first touchdown as a rookie. It's only in preseason, though, so it doesn't really count. But still, nice to see a former Whitetail getting in for the touchdown. And that one will trim this lead, 14-21 going into halftime. So here is the quarterback that I want to develop here. Bryant Simmons here as he hands off to Will Stevens, another running back I want to develop. The young guys getting in early. And now here's a play-action jet sweep. Quick throw across the middle. He's got Jackson, who's got it. First down, 28 yards. Nice throw on the play-action fake. And that one was pretty accurate. I think Bryant Simmons might end up being one of the more accurate quarterbacks on our roster. In college, he was pretty accurate. He went to the Whitetails, transferred to Wisconsin, and here he finds Jacobs again, who has just been impressive. 4 catches for him, 60 yards, and a first down once again. So we eventually get it to a 2nd and long. Quick throw to left side, and this one is picked off by, that's Jason McCourty, I believe. And he comes through with the interception, and that one will be the first turnover of the game for Bryant Simmons. And now that brings up Brian Hoyer at quarterback for the Patriots as they run a man in motion to start out the next drive. Here's a throw to the right side. He's got Jacoby Myers, and it's broken up. And that time it's going to be Ontarius Crawford. There's going to be 2 Ontariuses on the team. Right now they're both at number 31. One has dreads, one does not have dreads, so that's how you kind of distinguish them. One thing I like about this game is that in preseason, players can share the same number, but then when it kicks to regular season, they all have to have their own unique number. I kind of like that feature. Something so small, but something that's left out of current Maddens. And there's a ton of features you're going to see in this series that aren't in current gen as they throw deep to the end zone. And it's caught by N'Keal Harry for the touchdown. And they will take the 2-score lead. I'm not sure who number 24 is, but that's 34 actually. That might be Eric Dyer, the safety. So we'll have to keep an eye on him in preseason. I don't know. Giving up a big-time play, we can't have that. So now to end the 3rd quarter, here is Simmons. This time he's getting swallowed up. It's Chase Winovich on the sack. And now that brings it to a 3rd and long this time as they come out with 3 wide receivers on the field. Here's a deep shot. And there is the arm strength issues with Bryant Simmons that's picked off, intended for Deonte Jacobs. Jacobs had about 3 steps on that one, and he just simply underthrew it. And that is how this one ends. I wanted to see what the starters can do for a couple of series. And Cap looked good throwing the ball, a couple of incompletions here and there. But our receivers looked pretty decent. Cap went 10 of 20. He threw for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, so a pretty good half for him. And then Bryant Simmons threw 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. So the complete opposite. Deonte Foreman didn't really get going. Will Stevens had a couple of good runs. He had 30 yards rushing. Our running game will need to get better, obviously. And plus, we're getting used to this game. This game plays differently than NCAA football, for example, that I play. And then also Madden, obviously, now plays so much different than what this game is. And I honestly think this game plays really, really well. Dez Bryant had the big-time touchdown in the first half to open up the game. And then TJ Ward actually led our team in solo tackles. And then Dawson led our team in total tackles. And then Jay Coco made a couple of nice plays playing in that nickel corner position. And then Charles James actually gets an interception in this game. So now we move on to the second game of preseason, and we take a look at the Atlanta Falcons, now headlined by running back Todd Gurley and Julio Jones. So they have a ton of talent. It's about time for the Atlanta Falcons to compete, get back to that Super Bowl that they were at, where they lost that big comeback loss to the Patriots. I want to see them back there. I think they're a talented enough roster to get there, but they play in a really tough division now. Tom Brady's there, and so is the Saints. I mean, their division is loaded. So here's a toss out to the right side, but take a look at that hit by Jadeveon Clowney in preseason. It looks like he's in good form with a nice forced fumble on that one. No more Devontae Freeman for the Atlanta Falcons either. He's still a free agent. So Gurley coughs that one up, but the drive does continue here. Ryan throws across the middle, and it's picked off by Brandon Marshall, who is going to take this one back inside the 20-yard line. Our defense does not look bad, to be honest, to start out this game. And obviously that started out, this series is starting out with kind of a poor defense. We have a couple of guys like Jadeveon Clowney and Brandon Marshall who will headline us as we throw to the end zone on the first pass, and it's a touchdown. That is the rookie Connor Federick who gets the start in this game. Connor Federick is going to be interesting. I don't know how good he's going to be, but I saw some good things from him in this preseason game number 1, and then getting in the end zone right there. It looks like he's our fastest tight end on the roster too. It's 7-0. So here's a throw across the middle this time, and that's going to be caught by Blake. And Matt Ryan does get his first down of this game. So now this time it's Brian Hill who checks in, and he takes it for about 5 yards on that carry. Actually giving Gurley a little bit of a rest here. Is now Ryan from the shotgun this time, running a receiver in motion. Lobs to the sideline, and is caught by Calvin Ridley. And that one will be a catch. No, they rule it incomplete. So that one ends up being a punt. So here comes our offense back out onto the field. Kaiser is in the game, actually, as he hands off to Deonte Foreman. Kaiser actually threw that first touchdown pass. I get confused with the two number 7s. And here he is under center this time, 2nd and 7. He throws across the middle, and it's picked off. And that's Deion Jones on the coverage. And that was just a bad throw. Kaiser does have a super strong arm. I believe he's at 98 arm strength. So he's got to control that sometimes. If he's not accurate, it's going to be overthrown. It's picked off by Deion Jones. And now Atlanta takes back over. Remember, there is a quarterback competition for the starting job. I don't know if it's Kaiser. I don't know if it's Cap. I don't even know if one or even both of them will make the team. Who knows? So under center this time, 2nd and 18 after losing a couple yards in that run. Here is Ryan. He throws to the corner of the end zone. It's a touchdown, and that's Laquan Treadwell, who is now playing for the Falcons. And now he scores, making it 7-7. So later in the first quarter this time, here's Julio Jones running in motion. Atlanta still on offense. They dump it off to Gurley, who does get tackled that time. That's number 58. That is done on the opposite end of that. And now that brings it to a 3rd and 9. Ryan throws to the sideline, and it's knocked away. That is a nice play. That is going to be Ontarius Leslie, the other number 31. I want to see what he can do as well. Another rookie who we know nothing about. Remember, this team held open tryouts. These guys are pretty much all going to be rookies this season. As here's Deonte Foreman. He is also competing for a starting job. He picks up a gain of 9 on that carry. So we eventually do pick up the first down as we throw across the middle. This time, Kaiser, he's going to find Dez Bryant. Bryant seems like he's going to be our leading receiver this year already. You see he's getting going. And Amonte Jacobs looks impressive as well. He had a couple of nice catches in the first game. Here's a throw across the middle, and it's picked off. Deshaun Kaiser, his 2nd pick of the game. This time it's Ricardo Allen, who's playing some good defense in the secondary. And Kaiser does not look good. Kaepernick did not turn the ball over in the opener. And now Kaiser has thrown 2 interceptions. So here is Gurley on the next drive, running it up the middle. And he picks up a gain of 12 yards. I'm really looking forward to developing a lot of these young rookies. I don't know a lot of them on defense right now. I know more on offense as Atlanta throws, and that's Ryan. He tries to find Julio, but it's broken up. Nice play by the safety that time. I think that was TJ Ward. So here is Kaiser back onto the field. He throws to the right side. It's tipped, and it's caught. Dez Bryant. Sometimes you got to be a little bit lucky. Take a look at this. It hits off his helmet, gets tipped, hits off his helmet. Number 59 can't hold it again, and then Bryant, it just falls right into his hands. It's a first down. So here's Foreman this time. A nice hole up the middle, and he picks up about a gain of 8 yards. So nice run by him. So now we get it to a 3rd and 2 this time. We're going to hand it off once again to Foreman. He tries to get to the outside, and he does get tackled in the backfield. Deion Jones is there. And let's see if we go for it. Yeah, we're going to go for it. It's preseason. Might as well. 2-minute warning. 4th and 3. Here's Kaiser. He moves to the right side. He throws on the run, but it is going to be deflected too much. Arm strength on that one. Should have been lobbed over the top of that linebacker. As now we get the ball back one more time before half. I want to see one more drive out of Kaiser. He throws across the middle. That's intended for Jacobs, but a big hit. He set up the receiver on that pass. So here's Kaiser this time, moving to the right side. He throws, and that's Deonte Foreman out of the backfield, picking up a first down. About a gain of 15 for him. So we keep running this hurry-up offense as Kaiser play action fake this time. He's going to air it out deep, and he's got his tight end. That's Connor Federick again. First down inside the 5. Federick's got speed as a tight end. He is impressive. A rookie tight end, we'll have to see more on him, but he looks good. He looks like the best tight end right now on our roster, and he gets us inside the 5. So 1st and goal, handoff. Deonte Foreman, he's going to need to be a power back in these situations, but he loses a yard, and we call a timeout. So 2nd and goal this time. Kaiser throws to the right side, and it's picked off by Isaiah Oliver. His 3rd interception of the half. I don't know if this was a bad throw by Kaiser, but maybe an even better play by Oliver. He just steps in front of Jasper Sweet on that one and gets the interception. And that's how we go into halftime. Kaiser with 3 interceptions. He did not look good. So we saw the young quarterback Brian Simmons in the first game, and now we get to see Kelly Bryant, who gets an opportunity at the NFL level. He is an undrafted free agent. Remember, he played for Clemson, and he was on one of the national championship rosters, as he may have been on both of them, because remember, he actually was behind Deshaun Watson, and then he also was behind Trevor Lawrence. Remember, Lawrence took his spot. As here's a throw across the middle, and it's caught by Hill, who is another one of those rookie tight ends. He picks up a first down. So Kelly Bryant looks good right now as he throws across the middle once again to Hill, and it's almost picked off. And Kelly Bryant does have a stronger arm than Bryant Simmons, just not as accurate, I don't think. But here we go. Bryant from the shotgun, 3rd and 10. In the pocket, throws Will Stevens, and he picks up the first down. I really like Will Stevens. I liked what I saw from him in college. He can receive the ball as well. It's a first down. So Donnell Pumphrey checks in, handoff up the middle, and he has a big gain. That's about a gain of 17 yards. First down for him. He's going to need to play a crucial role as well. So now inside of field goal range just about. Here is Bryant, play action fake. He throws to the right side, and he's got Jackson, who's open inside the 10-yard line. Another young receiver who's competing for a job, but he is shaken up on the play. If he's hurt, that's how it goes. He might not even make the roster. So here's the throw to the end zone. And it's picked off. And that's Julio Jones playing defense. I don't know why he's in there, but he does get the interception. Take a look. Kelly Bryant looking for the underneath route. Oh, maybe it was the tight end, and he does get picked off. Dez Bryant was the underneath route, and Julio on defense making a play. That's a weird scenario there. You won't see that again. So here's Matt Schaub out at quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, and that's a tackle by Adolphus Washington, who is a veteran defensive lineman who we did sign. As now they throw across the middle. This time it's Gage, who can't get to the first down marker. 4th and 2, and they will punt it away. As out comes our offense. I want to see Kelly Bryant put together a nice little drive. Let's see what he can do. So here he is scrambling to the right side. He has a lot of room, and he is right now our fastest quarterback on the roster, and that's a gain of 13, first down. So draw play this time is Donnell Pumphrey, who picks up a nice gain of 7. He gets to about the 50-yard line. He's run the ball well in this one. So now under center this time. Pumphrey gets the handoff. He takes it up the middle, and he's going to break free. Nobody's going to catch him. He's got speed. It's a touchdown. Donnell Pumphrey. There we go. Pumphrey sees the hole, hits it, and he's got speed. That's one thing I'm going to have to use with him. He's got the speed in the backfield, and he takes it the distance. It's now 14-13. So here's Matt Schwab back at a quarterback. He throws across the middle, and that's Gage again. He picks up his second reception of the game for a first down. So now at the 33-yard line, this time a throw to the right side. Jay Coco almost had an interception, but it's a tackle from behind by Ontarius Leslie. And Matt Schwab has completed 8 passes against this defense as he throws to the right side. It's Reese this time, and it's a first down. So now they're inside the 5. I'm not liking what I see from this defense right now. Remember, these guys are all competing for jobs. Schaub gets sacked in the pocket. That is a sack by Andre Crawford, and he gets in. And look at Andrew Crawford, I should say. And looking at him, you know, he's not the most athletic guy, but he's got the strength at 80. And here comes Schwab now. In the 3rd and goal, he throws to Pinckney, not picking up anything. And he probably will kick the field goal on that one. And Atlanta does take the late game lead, and they actually do extend it to 23-14 as Kelly Bryant comes back onto the field. A deep shot, and it's picked off, intended for Jackson, who is healthy after getting hurt earlier. And that is going to be an interception. And that will get us through the first 2 games of preseason. I liked what I saw from some guys, and some guys I really didn't. Our defense was really questionable. I think that Dyer on the at the safety position, number 34 there, he had a rough game. He gave up that big touchdown pass in the first game to Jacoby Myers. In this game, he was getting burnt just a little bit. I didn't really like what I saw from him. I don't really know too much about these guys, to be honest, and that's the beauty of this series. We get to learn as we go and get to see new playmakers and play and get to see how their ratings actually turn out as well, so we could end up cutting the wrong guys if we're not careful. And then just looking at how we did in this game, Donnell Pumphrey had that big-time run, maybe giving Deonte Foreman a little run for his money because Foreman only ran 7 times for 19 yards. I mean, I expect a little bit more from him. But Connor Federick, the young tight end, the rookie guy, I mean, he looks good. Really, really good. He even burnt a couple of fast linebackers as well. He went for 77 yards and a touchdown. And then looking at the rest of our guys, I think our receiving core looks all right. We'll have to see how they play in the final 2 preseason games. I want to see somebody pop besides Amonte Jacobs now. I see that he's doing good. And Dez Bryant. I need to see a 3rd receiver really emerge to really figure out who we're going to start at wideout. On defense, I like what I saw from Ontarius Crawford at cornerback. He broke up a couple of passes. Andrew Crawford also had a sack. And I just want to see some of these guys just really pop. That's the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for young guys to really show their worth. So now we go to cut days and we look at some positions to cut. We only have 4 running backs on the roster, so we're not going to cut anybody there just yet or sign anybody. But looking at our receivers, you know, I look at Marshall. He's only 59 speed at receiver. I don't see any need for him. Jackson had a couple of good catches, but he's only 73 speed. I just don't see that fitting on our roster at all. You're going to need to have some type of speed. Even though we had some good plays in this game, I don't really see anything. And then looking at a left tackle here, we're just going to cut him. And that's how we end the first couple of games. So welcome to the Oklahoma Buffaloes franchise. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and really got to know the players. I'm learning as well. This is going to be a journey. I love this Madden because it is the last Madden with franchise mode. A lot of features we will unravel here as this series goes on as well. And a lot of features that really Madden 21 should have, but they really don't. They don't really pay attention to Madden anymore. So that's going to do it. We will play the Bills and the Rams in the final 2 games. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. More franchise coming. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, they filling out these job applications. Life got hard after high school graduation. I went to college and your boy got financial aid. They gave me money, then I went and bought a pair of J's. And I bought a pair of shades. And I bought a new computer. Had $400 left, spent the rest on